Hello, welcome to North Beach, Lowestoft. It's now the end of February, right at the very end. It was 28th or 29th, I can't remember which. But I'm here this afternoon and it's, how long? 5:30 low tide, so we've got just over 2 hours till low tide. So we'll fish down to low and then 2-3 hours back up towards high. I've got two rods out. I've got my usual pen tidal with the dongle rig on with a big circle hook and a big chunk of mackerel, and then I've got my Achios Fury, and that's got a 3-hook paternoster rig on it, which I'll show you the rigs once I bring them in, but they're out now, first casts, and we're just waiting for the first bite. Gonna give them another 10 minutes, quarter an hour. I'll get them in and see what they're like. But one thing I would like to just clarify is, a while ago on one of my videos I used some crab cart, and in the comments column I got that oh, you can't use crab cart here, and then someone else put they've changed the rules, yes you can. Well, I contacted the IFCA via email and got a reply back and saying the law, or the rule by law, stands, so you cannot use crab cart as it stands at the moment, which covers, I think, from about Grimsby in the north down to Felixstowe in the south, and the reason being they're trying to stop diseases affecting the local crab populations. You can obviously still use peeler crabs and that, but not anything to do with edible crabs. And then when I got here today, there was a couple of IFCA officials here walking along the beach, so I had a quick word with them, and it appears that there is a rule change possible. It's a rule that's been rewritten and put forward, but it hasn't actually been enforced yet. So at the moment it still applies, but you might find, I don't know, in the next few months, year or whatever, that crab cart will be allowed. But as soon as I find out anything about that, I will let you know. But nice to have a chat with the IFCA people. I got one of their big stickers for measuring fish with, which is handy. So I got that, and now all I've got to do is sit here and wait and see whether I get a bite. Ooh, first cast back, nothing at all. Big bait, big bit of mackerel, untouched, so I just quickly clipped that up again and sent that straight back out again. It had only been out about 20 minutes, so I think that'd be all right for a little bit longer. And the paternoster rig, worms had been touched a little bit, but whether that was just crabs or not, I don't know. But apart from that, there was still nearly all the bait was still on there. So if a little bit, a tiny bit of weed, I was quite concerned there'd be a lot of weed, but I can't see really any on the beach at all. Found a couple of plastic bags on the beach, so there's more plastic on the beach than there is seaweed. It was a little tiny bit on the hooks, but apart from that, nothing really. So anyway, fingers crossed, things can only get better. And I think I'll put the kettle on and we'll have a cup of tea and a biscuit. Right, one of today's rigs is the paternoster rig. If I can get it to focus properly. Metal booms, 12-inch snoods, and blow lug. That's a second one, same thing, blow lug on there, and then a third one and blow lug on there with the yellow weight, which is, I never remember, a 150 gram weight. So that's on one rig. Time for a bait change. Hasn't been any sign of any activity on here. Baits are still relatively intact, but there is some little bits of weed. One thing I haven't mentioned, and I saw this on a video the other day, if you can see that, but a little bit of very thin shrink tubing that like electricians use. And just put that on there and shrink it on and to give it a bit of a curve, because apparently, so what should happen is when that hooks, because of the shape, it automatically, whoops, it should automatically pull it like that. So it pulls it into the side of the fish's mouth, a bit like a circle hook. Apparently it's a bit of a carp angler's trick. But whether it works or not, I don't know, because I haven't had a fish. So time will tell. Anyway, I thought the weed was going to be worse than this. Thank goodness that ain't. There's nothing worse than just having to spend 5 minutes every time cleaning all the weed off. Do like using the baiting needle. I think that's a lot easier than trying to feed it on a hook. It's a lot easier to do it like this, he says. Oh, rip the worm. I was going to show you the dongle rig I had, but I just got snagged and lost it. And the braid is broke. So plan B now. So what have I got here? Right, another pulley rig. Need a end go on the line. No, I won't need the imp because I've got breakaway leads left. So let's get this tied up, get another rig on. Right, find bait. New dongle this time. Just an ow. Right, get the other hook. Now it's a circle hook, this one, top one. Okay, so I've re-rigged the panel, well, a proper pulley panel on this time, not the dongle rig. Oh, I wasn't expecting any snags here, but God, that was absolutely solid. I wandered, I don't know, 100 yards down the beach one direction, tried it, pull it out, couldn't do, tried the other direction. I just had to just pull it until it broke in the end. And that took some doing because I had 80-pound braid on there. I had to find a big stone and wrap the line round a stone because I couldn't put it around my arm or anything because that just cut into my arm. So that was that, unfortunately. So anyway. Smallest little whiting you'll ever did see. Got back. That's a small little pouting. So I'll get him back. Get this rod in. It keeps having little taps on it. Yeah. It's got heavy, so it might just be weird. Oh. Wasn't wrong about the weed. Bloody loads of it. But there's also 2 fish. They're tiny things. Right, loads of weed, but a little, and I mean a little, that size of my hand. I think that's a whiting, and then another one here, again, size of my hand. Dilly little things, but fish. Okay, well, bad news is losing that bit of tackle. That was annoying. But the good thing was I just caught a little codling. Would you believe it? I was sitting here watching the lines, and I thought, there's a good bite. There's a bite. God, that's the really best one I've had. You know, a really boom, boom, boom. Anyway, I looked down towards the surf, and there was a woman there. It looks like she walked into the line, so it weren't a bite. Anyway, I thought I'll reel it in as it here, and lo and behold, there was a bite. She must have caught the other line and not the one that I thought she'd caught. Now that was a proper bite, and there was a nice little codling on there. I mean, it weren't very big. That was about from my fingertip to my wrist, so 10 inches maybe, something like that, but that was about it. But a cod nonetheless, so I'm really pleased with that. I don't care about losing that bait, losing that rig now, because I caught a little codling. And I've had, well, I'm not certain that first one whether that was a pouting. I had a quick look, I thought that was a pouting, but that might have been that looked a bit too deep to be a whiting. But I've had several whiting, including one that was about that long. It was literally the smallest whiting you will ever see. But anyway, it was a fish, so it's now coming up to, well, just past low tide, so it's 5:30, 25 to 6, so it's just past low tide, so tide should be on the turn now. There has been picking up a bit of weed, which I aren't too happy about, but I'm just hoping that doesn't really start getting bad once the tide starts coming in again, but we'll see. Apart from that, that's been fine. So time for a drink and maybe something to eat. Well, I thought it was a whiting, but it turns out that's a little codling. There it is. A little tiny codling. Well, wonderful. Right, tea time. I think I've had 9 or 10 whiting. I think one little pouting at the start, and that one codling that I'm really pleased about. I was hoping for a thornback, but I don't think I'm going to get that, but I got a codling instead, so I'm just as happy about having that as I am if I caught a ray. But there's still time yet. Like I say, I lost that one rig, haven't lost any more since, thank goodness. But there again, I'll cast out just a few yards to my right where I wasn't casting before, so hopefully, you know, I won't lose anything else. Still using that 3-hook paternoster rig, which has caught everything. I haven't caught anything on the pulleys, so that's been the 3-hook paternoster rig has caught everything. So, but I'm getting short on bait now. I'm down to using a wrap of frozen black lug. Oh, they're really sticky and horrible things. So whether I'll catch anything more on them, I don't know. But we'll give it a try. But just for now, I'm going to eat my tea. Okay, I think it's time to get these rods in again, so we'll have a wander down, see whether there's anything there. Doesn't feel like it. There's still a fair bit left, so I'll keep them on. I think just top them up. last two little plow lug. What I might do next time I rebait these, I'll put the black lug on the baiting needle and I'll wind a bit of elastic around it just to stop it sort of just making one gloopy big lump, just to keep it a bit more elongated so it doesn't probably slip down onto the hook so much. Oh, I've got that pulley in and it started to come in and then it snagged. Well, I'm assuming that's what it was. But so I walked down the beach as far as I could. I thought, I can't go any further. Why can't I go any further? Well, that's because my spool was empty. And I'd gone as far as I could. So I tried to pull it and it started to come. Just very, very slightly. And then went solid again and I couldn't move it. So I walked all the opposite direction. And again that felt like that started to come. And then stopped. But that's actually broken the snood line. It's broken about halfway up. But so I'm assuming that it did actually just snag. I can't believe that was that big array that I couldn't bring it in. It can't have been that big. I'm certain I would have brought it in with, you know, I don't know what break and strain this is, 25 I think. But I've certainly, I can't believe that'd be that solid, because even just hanging and pulling, however long you just kept the tension on, it didn't move until in the end, just when this line broke. So anyway, I'm gonna pack this rod up now. It seems it's 7:30, so I suppose about another hour's fishing and that'll be it. So I'll pack this rod up and sort of make a start of tidying up. Ooh. Drink a cup of tea. Still hot, thank goodness. Right. Well, last baits are in the water, and with the black lug on, I just thought I saw I had a little bite there for a minute, but no, I don't think it was. Optical illusion. So it hasn't been a bad session really. Had quite a few fish. I lost count of the whiting again, but I don't think there was a huge number, maybe 10, something like that. 2, 3 parrot in, and that one little codling, which I'm really pleased about. I can't remember the last time I caught one, so I was really chuffed with that, even though it was so small. It was only that long, I think, no longer than that. So I wasn't exactly a size to take home to have with your chips, but that was pleasing nonetheless. So I'll settle for that. In the end, I lost one complete set of tackle on the pulley pennel and got snagged the second time, but managed to get it. Well, I did say I managed to get it out, but I sort of got it out minus the hooks. The snood actually snapped. So not quite certain what that's on. It started to come out. I nearly got it out, and that was just coming very, very slowly, and then stopped. So I tried the other direction. Same thing again. Sort of come very slowly and then stopped. Absolutely solid. Can't believe that was. I can't believe that's a big ray on there. I hope not, anyway, because I don't want it to be stuck with a hook or hooks in its mouth. So hopefully that was just a snag. But if you ever come here, if you check the What 3 Words address, and you'll know that there's a snag more or less right in front of where I am. So probably best to fish either to the left or the right of this and see how you get on. I certainly won't fish this particular spot again. I'll be a bit further along the beach, either left or right, I don't know which, and see how we get on next time. But until next time, unless there's anything on this last cast, in which I'll just turn the camera on again, but unless there's anything on that last cast, that's it for today's session. Thank you very much for watching. If you aren't a subscriber, please subscribe and click the notification bell so you'll get notifications as soon as I put another film up. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.